One, two, three. You're live.
Hello, you're watching A New Way of Being, hosted by Avatar the Lecturer and Antrigon on YouTube Live. We are here because we have some information that we have to give about people who are behaving irresponsibly. Females, you're not showing much any character at all by your own behavior. You want to go after other people's husband. You have no manners. You don't seem to have any kind of quality development because people who do those things are people who are underdeveloped in terms of learning how to treat each other with respect and dignity
Mm.
and not going after another person's husband or wife. These are the things that are creating problems in your society today, and a lot of people don't like each other because of these things. It's time for you to make some changes so that you will have a better life in the future rather than something that keeps going from bad to worse in the present. You need a better future. And how you are treating others and how others are treating you. The more it's done, the better you become. Be there for each other with respect and dignity. That's
Mm.
what you were born with. Don't trade that for garbage. Use it to help others, to help yourself. So you will have a society instead of the society falling apart. You will find that the society is building quality for
Mm.
all beings to live in harmony. You can't go any better than that because there's always greater and greater things that you're putting in there and continue to put in there when you're doing the right thing. Do not pull people down or insult them or watch them as if they have no right to be um, treated with respect. If you're going to watch someone, don't keep your eyes on them. Leave them alone. You saw them, keep going. If you know them and you're speaking to them, treat them properly. Try to be kind to all beings. What I'm seeing for beings today in the television, females being set out to go after your husband, destroying your family even if you're not there. These are the people that are playing all kinds of nasty games and think that they have a right to be able to do damage to human beings for no reason other than they don't want you and your husband to stay together. So they set up to have the husband go after females. They try that on me, it's not going to work. I'm not interested in anybody else. I'm interested in the person that I married.
Yeah.
This is where I am coming from. I am not going to change my life to please any of you. You have no character. You need to develop some character in order for you to be able to connect with people and stop looking to steal their wives and husbands. These are things that are creating all kinds of havoc in society today, and many children are suffering because of it.
Mm.
Families also are going through the hell too, many families. It's time for this kind of insanity to be stopped. It's time for us to start thinking of the rights of all beings rather than our selfish selves. It's time for us to start recognizing that no one owns you but you. And with your owning yourself, you can think in quality terms that helps and protects yourself and everybody else. Because what you learn from within that shows you how to be caring and respectful of people and don't hop in bed at every time you think you should. Use your intelligence and protect the ones that you're married and look after yourselves. Because if you don't do that and you continue to play all kinds of wrong games that is damaging people's lives, then what you're doing is literally forfeiting your own. What goes around comes around. We have to be more careful in how we are treating each other and other people. They need to know that they cared for too. We don't have to insult and degrade them. All we have to do is to be kind. If you see them regularly, hi is a nice thing to say. Have a great day. That's good. Let people feel human again so that they don't feel attacked and abused by people who are jealous and going after your wife or your husband. and then looking to call some females lesbians because they're not doing certain things that they feel that is wrong and don't want it in their lives. No, allow them that freedom to develop themselves. It's their right. When they see what they're getting out of it, are going to love it because it's what brings people together. It's what shows people how they can live without harming anybody, and how you can live without insulting anyone or bringing someone down or going after their wives or going after their husbands. Not nice. This is not the way to behave. We have to learn to be respectful of each other, and the only way we can do that is how we treat each other. Give a kind word. Say goodbye when you're leaving, and allow people to have time for themselves at home. Be there for yourself and each other. Do the right thing and stop taking advantage and leave the guns alone. All they will prove to do is destroy everybody in the long run. Try doing the right thing, ladies and gentlemen. True, you didn't get it in the systems, and you're not getting it from what I'm seeing in the society. But you have to find it and use it and learn it properly and pass it on to your children and to anyone who wants to learn how to conduct themselves properly. Treat them well. And I don't mean rape and all of this kind of stuff that I'm hearing that is going on to other people. That is not a nice thing to do. Gentlemen, I'm disappointed in your behavior in terms of that kind of conduct. Be there for the ladies. Protect them. Don't force them into things that they do not want to do. And don't interfere in their families to destroy them. Please be there for each other in the right way, and you will find process doing really well because of the kind of people that you're now becoming simply by behaving responsibly and caring. These things are what is needed in our society. All of you are good people. When you're allowed the freedom to be taught the right way, you would have showed your artistic form on how you treat people. But because of what has been done to many of us, this has not been allowed to be used as regularly as it was in the past. So it's our job as human beings to start looking at ourselves, what we are saying, how we are treating people, so that we can clean up some of those areas that are not good and not helpful to those people. And then change and treat people properly. Be kind. Be generous in letting them know that you're happy to know that they're okay. And bless them. Just blessings you can let them get. And what you're doing is literally throwing the best out for these people to get back to their quality selves. And you will do the same because you're showing that by what you're putting out there too. My family and I have been going through a great deal of problems because of women who decided that they must now come and play games on your television and stay and look for your husband so they can look to steal. Making remarks at times that is really not nice and shouldn't be said. I would like you as human beings to start thinking in terms of all beings. And I mean, when those who are showing that they care and they would like to learn, sure, help them if you can. If you need to learn something and you don't understand, ask questions. People will have it, those who know more about it come around and let you know. But that's where it's important for us to be kind and respectful to everyone. When you lose that behavior, you start treating people like garbage. And that's what's going on at this time. We want to see you, the people, our family, of all nationalities, behave responsibly. Recognize that all beings are loved. And our job is to help each other by treating each other with respect and dignity. And how you do that is make sure when you see someone that you know, you give them a wave or say hi. If they want you to come over and speak and you want to go and speak, then of course you go and do that, and different things that you can do on your own. But be kind and treat each other with respect, because what you will find in people after a period of time are beautiful people who were really there all along but could not bring it out because of what was being done to them. We have to treat people with respect and dignity, even if they're dragging on the streets. They are human beings and they need to know that we care about them too. And if we can give them a few dollars to help them to get food for the day or whatever, it will be an excellent thing to do. And personally, when I have money, I'm definitely going to try to do that if I see anyone in that state. Blessings to you in these areas. Be there for yourself and all beings. And you're being there for the world in a way in which guns will disappear, all kinds of ignorant wars will go. People won't be arguing. Instead of, they will be more or less having friendly conversations and learning a lot from each other. It's important that we help each other, because in helping each other, we learn a lot. And we pass on a lot of what we have learned to others. Now, my husband is sleeping. We are supposed to be speaking here, and he's
tired, drained, exhausted from the terrorization we've been put through. But Donald Trump coming into where we are, looking like a shadow because he's wearing a cloak of invisibility, using that technology given to him by one of the people in Congress, American, what's her name, Nancy Pelosi.
Mm-hmm.
He's been using this technology to cloak himself.
Well, she gave it to him to do that, to come and harass this family, but also other people possibly too. But I know what she has done is sent Trump to come and terrorize me, take off most of my teeth, cut off all of my hair, left me in a mess. So I'm wearing a wig now.
And you look fabulous in anything.
Thank you.
Including wigs.
So, a lot of human beings are going through a lot, and they do not have anywhere to turn to get help from what is happening to them by those who are doing things that are not nice to them, like me too. They have been attacked and abused, not physically, verbally, at times, and just by sight, I guess. I am very unhappy with what I'm seeing here for some people. Their conduct is not very good. They think that whatever they see, they must go after. And that's not how you're supposed to be behaving. You did not find out from the person if they're married or not. And even if they were married, you see they have a partner, allow them to be with their partner. Stop trying to steal people's husbands and wives and boyfriend and girlfriend. Those things should not be going on. That only shows people with bad behavior that care nothing about the rights of others and takes advantage at every turn that they can make. That wasn't too smart. Every turn they make, they get into the art of destruction to other people like us especially. That's not the way you're supposed to treat people, ladies and gentlemen. Where is your character? Why your children needs to be trained and they're not getting the proper training that they need because they're busy being in school, getting their academics and whatever learned. But the first lesson that children needs to learn is how to conduct themselves and treat them properly and show them kind behavior, and you will find that they will be doing the same when they are in contact amongst other people, other children. People were not put here to become the kind of beings that they're now forced to become. Human beings locked up in jobs, no time for their kids, no time to develop themselves, and a lot of bad things start happening. People you can't trust at all. and spend their time terrorizing you. This is what we are going through right here, especially me. They used the technology Nancy Pelosi gave Trump, and they blew up my daughter's body. And they were doing other unethical things in the past too. Rape. This is the kind of stuff that we are going through, and we are being terrorized on an everyday basis, practically, by Donald Trump, or Donald J. Trump, and Nancy Pelosi, who is giving him the high, what is it called again? The machine that they gave to one of them. What does it do again? I forgot.
It is used to commit all kinds of
crimes
against human beings from the fourth dimension.
Yeah.
You saw this machine, and you described it to me.
Mm-hmm.
You said it looked like a round, golden-colored miniature spaceship that can sit on any round table in any living room on this planet. It's small, but it has the capacity to be expanded to sizes you would not believe. This technology was given to two of your brother gods.
Yeah, but they use it to attack us in our body, me especially in my body, from my womb to my rectum, to my eyes, to my ears, to my face, to my hair, to my body in general. They have attacked everything that they wanted to, and they still continue once in a while. This is happening. This kind of stuff should not be allowed. And a society that does not know and does not allow themselves to be people in the public to tell them what is going on, then how are we going to get things stopped? When you're blocking the way from people telling you the truth about what many of them are going through, but from Donald J. Trump and the rest of them. Nancy Pelosi, giving that to them, wanting them to kill people out. And she was my family, my whole family. Yep. She told Donald Trump and this gentleman.
Trudeau.
Not Trudeau, but the other guy.
Biden came into office a year or so ago.
Yeah.
Who did she tell she assassinated your family? She told, well, you said Trudeau.
She told
Trump
and Trudeau to kill my family, and they did so. And then a remark was made about my mother, and it was an insulting remark after they killed her. And Nancy did that on her own. She wanted to make sure that my mother is killed so that they could now take advantage of me. You see, when I first came from Trinidad, and my younger brother came too, and Nancy Pelosi was speaking to him and told him that gave him something to say that will put me in trouble in the United States. But he turned around and just listened to what she had to say and did nothing. So later on, when I started living in Canada, they started making remarks that I did not, I can't remember, the information is just running out from my memory just when I start speaking about it.
And there's a reason for that.
Yes, my information was wiped out from my mind by Donald J. Trump.
He used a dagger made of light and plunged it into the
back of my head.
Cavities of the average brain.
Yeah.
For decades on a regular basis. Just managed to dislodge.
Not only that, he was following me around wherever I go, making threats that I can't remember about because so long ago it hasn't been done. But he has been terrorizing me. And
Yes.
Nancy Pelosi gave him the technology for him to be able to do what he wanted to me. And he used that technology to attack me in every part of my body.
Yes.
I was in extreme pain. And I don't know why Nancy Pelosi would do that. I haven't harmed anyone. I broke no laws in their school systems. I did not do anything. She just started mistreating me. And I could not understand why. I had no wars with her.
Mm.
You know, these are the things that some of what I've been going through. Then they started sending females on our television. Where are they? Who are these people? Do you remember?
Different programs have different people.
What
Males,
program they were?
females.
What program they were?
The different shows, like radio shows, television shows. Um,
And it's different ones, so it's true what he's saying.
CNN.
Yeah.
And other programs like that. They come and they broadcast news. And
they started packing females on our television screen so that they can, and I believe Donald Trump is using the technology that he has to do that, and set it up so that they come by the window to look at my husband. And after a while, I just got angry and started taking the screen off, because this is not how people are supposed to be behaving. You don't go after other people's husbands and wives. You have your own. Keep yours to your and for yourself. For other people, this is what should be done in order to protect the environment, by seeing to it that the people are protected, by making sure that the people have the right kind of intelligence to protect each other, rather than create all kinds of wrongs to harm other people. These are the things that I have been going through in Canada, and it was going through that in the United States. I believe that they told each other to do that. I do not know why. I haven't done anything to these people. And that's another reason I did not want to do anything with their systems, because they're corrupt, and what they are doing is harming human beings, setting up men to go and play with other females and destroying marriages. This is what these people are into, destroying the marriages of others and sleeping with the people that come to wherever, and they thought I was going to come and sleep with them, and they saw that I was not going to do that. So they ended up trying to find different ways to hurt me, using females against females. They were doing that, and started coming over to the screen where my husband was lying down resting on his bed, and we don't have a bedroom. That's our bedroom, our living room, and everything. And this is what is being done to us. We are harming no one, but they are throwing all kinds of stuff on us, and nobody is there to help, and nobody cares. This is what we are seeing in a society that is supposed to be there for all people. The society has become arrogant, egotistical, ignorant, and robbing people of their rights. Many people are going through this kind of stuff, and they're always set to go with the same people that are doing them in, or making them feel unhappy. It's time for us, the society, to make changes. See this stuff here on my neck? This is what they have done to me, Donald Trump. They've been putting these things on my body so that I look tacky, as if I was burning in the sun or something, but never did. My skin was in excellent condition, and they started putting black stuff on my cheeks and on both sides. Started doing other things to my hair, cut it all off. My hair was long to my waist. I ended up having to buy a wig because of what they've done to my hair and how my head looks without it. I am saying that the United States government and the Canadian government needs to start thinking about the rights of people and stop looking for ways in which to harm others that would not play the game that you want them to. We are not here to play games with anyone. We're here to do the best that we can to help others and ourselves. And this is what we're doing. We have our children. We have to make sure that they're looked after. We are not going to let our kids go into the public and they're not properly trained. They are properly trained, but they still have to stay mostly at home, except for when they have to go to school or go somewhere else. I am very disturbed by the behavior that I'm seeing on the CNN people, and also these people that are coming on our television, because Donald Trump is using a technology that Nancy Pelosi gave him. And this is what he's doing with it, and setting up people to behave in ways in which they normally wouldn't. These are the people that are doing this damage to us for no reason. We have been terrorized and still are being terrorized, and they haven't stopped. We cannot get help from anyone. We try to go to the courts, and we can't get there. When we get there, it's another story. The courts is not going to help people like us. And all kinds of other things that I was hearing some others speaking about. And also I went, but did not really got there. Got lost somehow. We would like you to do the right thing. I have been mistreated, not because I'm angry. I'm very angry, and I had to be angry because I was being taken advantage of. And this is what propelled me to protect myself, because if I did not, nobody else would. And it appears that people of color like me do not have rights. So all of the stuff that is taking place is forced upon me by a system that want to make sure that they do anything to harm me. And that is what they've been doing, using many people in the environment to help them to do what they're doing. Now, in Canada, I don't know about that kind of scenario. No, in the United States, that's what I was going through. I want you, the people, to start being there for other people. Treat them with respect, ladies and gentlemen. Stop persecuting human beings. They don't deserve it. They need to know that people care about them, as well as they can show that they care about others too. When we're doing the right things, everyone is safe. So let's do the right things. I need my teeth back. They went and stripped my teeth and left me with practically nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, I need my property back, my teeth back, and your government did not try to help. In the United States, instead they set out people to literally terrorize me and my family. Now we're in Canada. It's not so much like that, but they have Caucasian women coming out here to play games with my husband, who said that he loves me and doesn't want to be with anybody else for the rest of his life, and then turned around and started going after people. I don't know him anymore. And I'm disappointed to see what human beings turn out to be after a period of time, thinking that if other men are getting all these women, they must now dump the wife that they have to do the same. And this is what is going on. Women, you're not very smart, because if you were smart, you wouldn't allow yourself to go after another person's husband. And with men, their wives, no, not. If you really want to have a proper life, start doing the right thing, treating people the right way, being respectful of all, not run around to sleep around on your wife or your husband. The idea is not for you, if you're going to be married, be there for each other in the right way. There are times when you can't be there for each other, but most of the times you'll find yourself being able to do so. Help each other. Stop attacking and abusing other people. And then when you want to get the courts to realize that you need money in order to replace the things that were taken away from you from your body, and there's nobody to get help from. Why? We have done nothing to any of you. We have been terrorized. We have been persecuted. And they also set up to make sure that they use my husband to sleep around. This is a man who said he loves me very much and doesn't want anybody else in his life. And these are the females that kept coming out on the television from CNN and behaving irresponsible. Also from other places too. But I can't remember the name of those places. And this is what I am. So I'm telling you the best that I know. I'm not happy in the middle.
See. Oh, yeah.
You're just lying down there and pretending you're sleeping.
I'm not pretending.
Yep, you are.
I'm
You know very well
tired.
we're supposed to be speaking.
Yes.
I don't even know if this is working.
Yes, it's on. It captures the sound. That's our mic. And it's plugged into the laptop.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I have problem with memories. And my husband was supposed to sit up and wait and listen to me and also share some information with me so that we can show the people what is really going on. But he went and fell asleep.
Yes.
He does that intentionally when he doesn't want to help.
Mm-hmm.
That's his real behavior.
Yeah. And
I'm meeting a lot of people, and most of them have bad qualities. Like where we're living here, like people at times we meet on the streets, and or different things. I am just tired of seeing human beings that are losing all the quality to attack and abuse people for no reason, out of jealousy, out of prejudice. I could only guess, but it seems like the prejudice is coming from the lack of development in terms of recognizing the rights of others and caring for recognizing their own rights in how they treat others. When we are doing the right things, everyone will change and become the kind of beings they were born to be. But when they're persecuted and terrorized, don't look for them to be behaving properly. That's one of the reasons that we have to stop those areas of abuses that isn't working for anybody. And I'm sick and tired of seeing people from the our television, from different places that they're working.
Well, they're on TV.
And they're coming, yeah.
The programs and doing the commercials and.
Yeah, but I'm not them. I'm talking about the ones who coming to say they're doing things and is really spending their time creating problems for those who are there. And this is the kind of stuff that should not be happening. They should not be able to come into another person's home through their TV and treat them like this. And this is the same person that told me that I'm talking nonsense when I say that there were people who were speaking to me on the television. He treated me like I was ignorant. I had no intelligence, or else I wouldn't say that because it's not true. Well, it was true. And your academics, it has destroyed many, and it will keep destroying because they lost a lot of time being able to train their families. Not for a lot, but a little bit probably. And the families ended up in all kinds of situations because they weren't being cared for. Mom has to go to work, dad has to go to work. They need to have money to pay for the rent because it's overcharging. They need to have money to get food because they will need to have some things to look after their bodies in order for them to do anything. They need their strength. And the systems do not really seem to care about the people. And those who care are the females who have now become horny and decide that they're going to steal your husband right from your face, in front of your face. This is the kind of people that I'm seeing on these TV stations. I had to take off my TV at a certain time. This is the kind of people that we are getting coming to our TV and behaving irresponsible. I want these kind of insanity stopped. Stop harassing people. Stop playing nasty games. You're not all that. All beings are all that. If you feel that about yourself, then recognize all beings have a right to feel good about themselves too. Treat them with respect and dignity, and stop trying to turn them into clowns and ignorant people. They have a sense of dignity, all beings do. When you practice it, you will notice that it's very helpful and healing. It will help you and anybody that comes in contact with you, because you will be able to give them information that will be beneficial to them. And they will be very pleased to know that they got that information so that they can grow even further. Look at that. Well, my husband was supposed to be up and help me with what I have to say, but he's falling asleep every few minutes.
Yes.
I don't know why, because he was sleeping all night.
No, not all night, but for most of the night, I'm
feeling
drained and exhausted.
right
Yeah,
now.
because we're in a room in Travelodge Bonaventure in Niagara Falls, Ontario. Tourist town. People come from all over the world to Niagara
Okay, what
Falls.
else we were supposed to speak about again?
Yeah, you want to talk about the crimes being committed against you by Donald Trump?
Yep.
Attacking.
I'd like you to speak. You remember more than I do.
What?
I was speaking just now about other things.
Yeah, he's been coming here and attacking the avatar in different parts of her body, from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet. He's been attacking over the decades. He's been attacking her eyes, causing her sight to diminish.
Eyes,
ears, mouth, shoulders, the joints, the heart.
Pulling the bones in my body.
Yes.
So that when I walk, I'm in extreme pain, and then have Trump walking down with the technology that he got from Nancy Pelosi to harm me. They've been pursuing killing me.
Well, I was talking about Donald Trump.
They wanted to make sure that I get killed quickly, because they killed out my family and then told me that they were going to pay me for what they did, and they should not have done that, and I never got any money. They owe 800 million. I told them billions, 800 billions, but I'm bringing it down slightly intentionally so that they don't have a reason to do anymore. They've done a lot of damage to us. They've been coming in here, stealing whatever they want, attacking my hair, attacking my different parts of the body. The rectum, the womb, the ear, the nose, the mouth, the eyes.
Yes.
We want this kind of insanity stopped. We have done nothing to anyone. They have spent their times harassing me because I would not do what they want. Sending guys for me to go with, I'm not interested. And sending females to go with my husband, he probably was interested.
No.
But these are the things that have been done, and more attacks for me, as if I did something to these people. I want to know why the Society of Governments from the United States and now in Canada has been allowing people to get away with bad behavior, attacking and abusing, and there's nowhere to turn to get any kind of help or tell anyone what you're going through. And who is doing it? I went to a dentist to take out one of my teeth. When I did, Trump was there using a technology to make sure I feel as extreme pain as possible, to make sure that I scream.
And the dentist had to give you a number of injections to numb the area around the tooth. And when he tried to pull it with the little pliers, Trump would make you feel sharp pain, and so the dentist had to keep giving you injections to numb the tooth. But the problem wasn't the injections. The problem was that every time he went to pull the tooth, Trump, who was there on scene, cloaked, looking like a monster, he was causing you to have all that pain while your tooth was being pulled by a dentist in the city of Niagara Falls.
Using that technology. This is what he was doing.
Yes.
Today we went upstairs. Not went upstairs, came outside for do something, I think just to look out a bit. And he was there looking for ways to do more damage.
Mm.
I couldn't remember what I was going to say. My information got wiped out, so please excuse what I said, even though it's the truth, what he has been doing. Anyway, um, we want, at least I do, want this government to speak to us about what we are going through here and why it should not be happening. It's very important. We haven't done anything to anyone. We don't go doing damage to people, but people come following us and sometimes want to do damage. This is not the way in which human beings are supposed to live. I don't interfere with anyone, but if you do something that should not be done, then I will tell you, and it's my the right thing for me to do. Let the person know what you did that caused you problems, and if you, please don't do that again.
Yes.
We want to know that people are treating each other properly because we treat other people properly. And sometimes we don't get proper treatment. But that's okay because sometimes people are going through a lot and they say things and do things that they normally wouldn't. But when you're being terrorized and persecuted, as we have, you have these areas that you keep seeing coming every now and then. Attacks, abuses, mistreatment, cut off all your hair, you have to use a wig. Then they start acting as if you have no right to wear a wig. What do you expect me to wear? Nothing. I'm not here to live for anybody but myself and my family. That's something that I do not mind doing.
Yeah.
But for me to go and do damage to another person is not good, and I would not do that. But I see people using their stores to make people feel unhappy for trying to get certain things that they want, and a lot of different things. When will people be allowed the freedom to be themselves? And why are people walking with guns to kill? Apparently, they said it's children using those guns.
No. Most of the crime has been committed in the United States, for example, by people who are using guns as a weapon to commit these crimes. And the younger groups of Americans, between 18 to 24, for example, they're the ones who are using guns as a weapon to handle all kinds of situations.
Yeah.
And many of these young Americans are people of color, just trying to survive in a country that has taught them that they are inferior to the dominant
race,
Caucasian, European, Anglo-Saxon race. And those who see themselves as supreme or white supremacists, like Donald Trump, have been working overtime to try to take back control of the country and all the resources that it has, so that they can continue to thrive and feed on the thrive and survive, thrive on the resources that are inside that nation, for people to use to live better quality lives. So the ones who view themselves as being superior to the rest of us, they're the ones that Donald Trump has been leading like a Pied Piper to hell, because they're thinking they're just as delusional, deluded as his own.
Yep.
tired and
Yeah, we are.
head aching. But
I want my Nancy Pelosi. This is Sabotage Lecture.
mm,
I would like to have my money, please. I have to get out of this country. I have to go and live my life in a way in which I have not been able to live before. And I need my money from you, and I would like to have it right away. I've been asking you for too long already, and it's time for it to be given.
mm,
Blessings to you, and I wish you good luck.
yes. Um, how long have we been sitting here? 45 minutes, and for most of it, I've been sleeping from exhaustion.
Yep, the sleeping guy.
And so here we are.
I have some things that I have to do. These people have to pay the money because they did damage to my mouth, they did damage to my eyes, my ears,
Mm,
my hair. This is a wig.
yes.
And so I need to get things fixed back, teeth replaced,
Mm,
because this is not the way for people to be living. This was done to me intentionally
mm,
by someone like Donald Trump and others. He's a part of it.
true.
We need our lives back. We did not harm anyone, but they've been harming us. We want people to know something. We love all beings. Get it? All beings. You know why? Because they're part of my family. All of them. No matter what nationality they are. They're a part of my family. And what I would like to see happen is the family be treated properly.
Mm,
They're going through hell. And that's why many people behave so badly outside when they come in the streets. And that's why I got angry, not because of their treatment alone, but I was being abused
mm,
verbally
yes.
and at a certain time physically.
Mm,
This should not be happening, ladies and gentlemen. If I had fought back, they would want to put me in jail. You know what I mean? I am not interested in fighting anybody. I'm only interested in having people take responsibility for their actions and behave respectfully and responsibly and stop playing games with other people's husband and thinking you have a right to be able to do whatever you want. Only cheap people will go and do this kind of stuff because what you're literally doing is showing that you have no integrity, no sense of dignity. You have to have that in order for you to be able to be treating people properly. You have to recognize that in order for people to grow and prosper, they have to be treated with respect and dignity and move on with their whatever they want to do and won't find themselves harming anyone or no one will be harming you. It's what we do to people is creating this problem. Well, I don't do it personally, but I say we the people. It's important for all beings to be treated with respect. They are our family. I love all of you, not some of you. But I do not like when you're doing wrong things and harming human beings. You've done some to me too, and I do not like it.
true.
However, I still wish you the best and hope that you'll have a great life because you can now learn how to use your life to help others instead of hurt them. And
Mm,
when you speak to people, you won't be insulting. Instead, you will find yourself looking for the refined words to speak to them. Be there for each other, and you're being there for yourselves. I promise you that. And remember, you're loved. You're not unloved. You are loved totally by the gods
mm,
who gave you your lives, gave you your different nationalities. Not for you to go and think you're superior to anybody, but
mm,
for you to recognize that you're equals forever.
mm,
And once you treat everyone with respect and dignity, you don't have to worry about anything else because people will start trusting each other. They will start doing the right thing. Because the right thing is what brings people together and shows the quality in every individual. They all have it. When they're allowed the freedom to learn and be it, they will. For now, They are now learning as they go along. And we wish them luck.
Yes.
And that luck is going to help them to succeed in different things that they're doing. As long as it's not wrong, it will succeed. If it's something that is wrong and you're going to do some damage to others and steal from them and so on, not good. We all have our little areas of mistakes or so that we might have made, but nothing is wrong with that, right? We just make sure that we don't make mistakes that harms people. Forgetting something, so also that happens sometimes. But use your wisdom, your thinking to see what you want done and get it done. All right. And as I say, television people, do not come to my screen, please. I will turn you off. And I don't want to do that, but your behavior, your character is showing it's lacking in dignity, in respect, and you can't live under those conditions and expect people are going to like you if you're treating them in the wrong way. All beings are special. They must be treated properly, and they will treat you properly too. They would not have a problem speaking to you or letting you know they do care about you. See, we care about each other, but you don't realize that I am your mother. Each and every single one of you.
Yes.
So my advice to you is stop looking for ways to fight with your mother. Start looking for ways in which you can get along with all beings. Show them what you're made of. They will be happy to see it if it's good. And they will be happy to get to know others too, because they realize that all beings are the family. And once we stop the ignorance, you will see quality come out. But we must have our children trained by their parents. It's very important. And I had a whole lot of stuff that I wanted to tell you, but I don't think I'll be able to tell you because, as I said, I had my information wiped out many times in the past. And Donald Trump did that. And he never gave me back my rights to be able to use it. He spent his time terrorizing and persecuting, stealing my things at times and all kinds of stuff.
Even your money recently stole $160 from your wallet because it was not put away as it should have been.
And that was money for groceries for the family.
No, yes.
And this is not what was done wasn't right. True, it was my money, but I was holding that to get certain things for the family too.
True. I think
it wouldn't be much, but it's only 160.
Well, that's money to get a lot of groceries.
Not quite a lot.
Well, you can get a lot of things with $160, even though prices have inflated for everything these days.
Yeah.
Across the board, food, appliances.
They even set it up to make me look ugly, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think?
They're trying to, but look at that gorgeous face.
Yeah.
The face of the being who's living as the human incarnation of the great goddess, guys. Not God. Although when you say God, guys, you mean that
the man.
Yeah, that the divine creator is a man God, right? And he created you guys in his own image, and gave you all the rights to impose your manliness on the rest of the surface dwellers living across the landmass of Lady Gaia, Mother Earth, Mother Nature, today. And you've been using your manliness to violate, degrade, desecrate, disempower the lives and livelihoods, hope, dreams, and future of most of the surface dwellers living on the blue planet today. And then you have crises one after another taking place across the landmass of Lady Gaia, the Earth Goddess.
Yeah.
You have a war going on in Ukraine, and the media tells you that it has been orchestrated by Russia. But there's much more to the story than that. Things are not what it seems to be. They tell you, the scientists, that you are being attacked with some disease that they have named COVID, which is misinformation because you're being attacked, but it's not by a virus as they have told you. It's by people using the same technology that is being used to attack the Avatar collection or family for decades. In fact, since she was born on this planet in this lifetime. And they've been using it to move through the fourth dimension, looking like shadows, cloaking their bodies, like Donald Trump does when he comes here, nightly daily, to attack the Avatar and to try to kill her for the 17th time. He's assassinated the human body of the great goddess 16 different times. That's how daughters. Don't hold the princess. No, she's.
Oh. Okay.
And they tell you too that not only is COVID attacking you, and will continue to stay and attack you because it's here. It's not going to leave. And they tell you too that the climate crisis and global warming that you've seen taking place is a result of some problem is created by men who are burning all kinds of fossils in the atmosphere, creating emissions which is warming up the planet. And that they tell you, the scientists, that climate change and global warming are the biggest existential threat to the human race today. Misinformation, guys, because climate change and global warming are evidence of actions being taken by the Earth Goddess herself to transform her planet-sized body, restore her planet-sized body back into a state of pristine health and create a global tropical paradise, which the planet was in for most of the trillions of years that the human race has lived on the outer surface of Lady Gaia as surface dwellers. So scientists have misinformed you about COVID-19 because they can't assess or study things being done in the fourth dimension by criminals like Donald Trump, who, by the way, also assassinated Michael Jackson, my older brother.
Yeah, Donald Trump killed him.
And one of the Avatar's biggest disciples. She groomed him over the decades. And he assassinated MJ using the same technology with the assistance of another criminal. MJ told me 2014, because he came to our home 100 different times in Spring Grove, had about 50 hours of conversation with me. And he told me in 2014, Andrew, as I hovered near the ceiling and stared down at my lifeless body, I saw these two shadows giving each other
high five.
One of these two shadows was Donald J. Trump, who is on a mission to destroy America, to destroy the Constitution, to create as much havoc and chaos as he can, because he's here as the representation of the Antichrist, who is here to make sure that the work being done by the great goddess who lived as Lord Jesus and is back does not succeed and is dishonored, dismissed, undermined, desecrated. So he's been working over time with people using this technology to try to kill the avatar for the 16th, 17th time, and to try to also destroy the work that she came ready to do, which is to inform each of you surface dwellers that you are immortals. You live lifetime after lifetime, and you're wearing what she calls mortal clothes
Of flesh and bones that you put on at birth to walk the face of the earth, one life at a time.
And she wants to remind you, each of you, that you have vast treasures you're carrying inside your spirit bodies, your metaphysical bodies, all kinds of treasures, ancient knowledge, timeless truths, all the abilities that you can imagine. It has been coded inside your DNA by the great goddess an eternity ago. So, surface dwellers, immortals, wake up, because life on the planet is in transition, going through
complete transformation.
Yes, as the avatar. And she's brought you a body of timeless truths, ancient knowledge, in the form of songs, which we're going to be, we're going to have recorded and released. Songs like Beings of
Living life,
Each Other's,
keepers,
Higher,
marriages can last forever,
yeah.
Higher learning,
Only You Owns You,
yeah,
What Have You Done With Your Life,
yep. Can't
A New
remember
Way
them,
of
but
Being,
yeah.
Higher Learning,
I haven't used them in a long time.
Each Other's Keepers.
Wish I should be doing.
A number of songs, messages for you to use to work with your higher self, the part of you that is divine, that is ancient, that talks to you silently, whispers into your soul, that still small voice, that is your higher self talking to you, guiding you,
Your greater
supporting
self.
you.
Higher.
When people say great, it's like, okay, so that's my greater self. So which is my lesser self? Yes, your higher self,
Well,
your greater
after you
self.
got your greater self, you tend to see within that level, not go back down to another level.
True. Higher self, greater self. The part of you that's ancient, impeccable, um, amazing, awesome, and guides you, supports you, informs you, silently, quietly, genuinely, authentically, truthfully. So, intellectually, teaching you to use as the avatar teaches, combine the intelligence of your mind with the wisdom of your heart. Integrate the two, and you become the kind of being that you were brought into existence and into being to be.
Exactly.
Masterful, conscious, exemplary, amazing, supportive beings of light. So we're into an hour. So we have a document coming called Game Changer, 3-part volume, um, and we are going to bring you the songs of the Avatar, uh, and they're going to be the most amazing lyrics you've ever heard with your ears in this lifetime or in any lifetime. They will empower you, uplift, illuminate, expand your mind, show you a view of life that you never even imagined is possible.
True.
And with me, I'm the one who lived as Albert Einstein 66 years ago. And next to me is my wife, my spiritual teacher, closest friend, inseparable companion, amazing spiritual master teacher, So we're here in this lifetime to help you to prepare for the new way of being that's coming, a global tropical paradise, which means the planet will be restored to the temperature that she was in for most of the trillions of years that she has been living in this dimension. Temperature 75 degrees. Nice, comfortable tropical temperature. So the ice ages and all the other ice sections that have formed on the planet over time. There have been about 5 ice ages, and the last one ended about 12,000 years ago.
Yeah.
All those will melt. So all this work and time and energy being used to try to keep the planet from warming up, from getting above what is 1.5 Celsius. The planet is going to restore her body back to a tropical global paradise with the temperature averaging in the middle 70s, people. So prepare for the transformation because it's on the way. And that's why we're here to help you to reconnect with your true identity as immortals, with the vast treasures which the great goddess has gifted each of you, with your massive DNA pools, dozens of pairs of strands of DNA. So immortals, surface dwellers, and your family living inside the landmass of Lady Gaia, inside the planet, they are rooting for you and they are there for you, but they cannot interact with you consciously or physically because you are conflicted.
That's right.
As a race of beings. You're constantly at war with yourselves and with others.
Give up the war
Mhm.
and start working together.
Yes. So we have work to do, and so do you. And
I can't remember everything, so I can't say anymore.
but she brings the teachings of the ages, and when she's in her element, she is a verbal martial artist. So I'm a little awake now, but we'll talk again. And we haven't been on your platforms for weeks now. They disabled us from the Facebook platforms. My account, the Adventist account, disabled. They told us that we are spreading misinformation about COVID, about Donald Trump, and about different things that the authorities have told you are facts, are real, are genuine. Things like the planet being a living being. The First Nation people have known that for ages. The indigenous people have known that for ages. About the planet changing and transforming. Most of the people in the light community, light worker community, know this fact. And they try to share it, but mainstream media blocks them from doing so.
I'll be back.
Actually, we're closing because we're past the time.
Yeah,
I don't want you to. Or your bottle looks pretty good. So let's shut it down.
Okay.
Here, and you go right ahead. You've been watching.
Thank you for listening. I'll be back next year. I'm just kidding. Blessings to all of you. I wish you the best. And please remember that you're loved and that all families, once they get to know each other properly and throw out all the garbage, they will find the qualities within them and they'll be able to show people that they do care about each other and that we don't have to kill each other. You know? So blessings to all of you. I wish you the best and please do the right thing for your family and yourself, okay? Bye-bye. Love you.
Yes, we do. Always have, always will.
Yeah.
And stream and